everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. I'm going to jump right into it. And this video is basically going to be a continuation of the last video. So if you didn't see the last video, the two main topics that I talked about were our elections this year in Berkshire County on September 6th. This year, the big elections for us locally would be Berkshire County Sheriff and Berkshire County District Attorney. And the other big topic I was talking about is a situation at Richmond Pond where a private association with the cooperation of the town of Richmond has decided to bring in herding dogs a couple of years ago to harass and disrupt our wildlife. This organization is against, they've labeled our Canada geese, our ducks, our cormorants, they've labeled all those nuisance and pests. And this year it has gone to a whole new level. Somebody is taking it upon themselves to shoot and kill these birds and throw them in trash cans. And as recently as last week, 3 more geese were pulled out of the garbage can, shot and killed. So that's a huge issue with me. So we're going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to start with these elections. So after that last video, I said I didn't like that this campaign for sheriff, because you have this year Sheriff Bowler, our incumbent, running for re-election, and his challenger, Alf Barbalunga. And I said that this campaign has taken a nasty, dirty turn, in my opinion, it has. And remember, this is an op-ed. This is my opinion, with a full disclaimer and disclosure at the beginning of the video. So if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Don't listen? Unfollow? You can even block me so you don't have to see any of this. That's the beauty of social media. I can show you all how that works. It's real easy. But anyway, I said in that video, I didn't like it. I didn't like where it was going. Because here's basically what's being said. We have someone like our incumbent for sheriff, Sheriff Bowler, who is a former Pittsfield police officer, and he's been the sheriff for the past 12 years. A great public servant, really. I mean, he's had an incredible reputation, liked among his peers, liked among the community, even liked by the inmates as the sheriff. Just a well-liked guy. We've never heard any problems, but all of a sudden, now that he's towards the end of his career, he's not quite there, but he's at that point, he's towards the end, that all of a sudden we're hearing from his challenger that he's a misogynist, he's a racist, he's all these things. He's running an empire, he only looks out for his friends. I don't know. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. So, and that's basically what I was saying. So a couple people, one in particular, I don't even know if she's real or not, maybe she is, I don't know, commented on there that she don't know who I am, never heard of me before. Someone just happened to send her this video. And she said I was clearly being biased because I've only attended one event for Alf, but multiple for the sheriff, that I've donated money to Sheriff Bowler, and I didn't donate any money to Alf, so I need to come out and tell the truth that I'm being biased, but she don't know who I am. She just happens to know my full schedule, my itinerary, where I donate money, but she's never heard of me before. Someone just sent her a video. For one, all of those things that this person tried to insinuate are false. Completely false as far as events and donating money. I attended the campaign kickoffs for both candidates. Sheriff Bowler's was at the Country Club. Alf Barbalunga's was at the Proprietors. I paid the $25 at the door to get into both of those. And then I went to the bar and I spent money at both of those venues, and I took pictures at both of those venues, and for a couple minutes I spoke to both candidates at both of those venues. I did not attend multiple events for the sheriff. I did attend the sheriff's picnic. That wasn't a campaign event. The sheriff's picnic happens every year. I always go to that regardless of who the sheriff is. If there's a sheriff's picnic, I'm going. Period. It's a great community event. So there's the truth with that. But listen, yeah, this isn't my first rodeo, okay? This isn't the first time I've done this. So I know exactly when I see people saying things like that, I know where that's coming from. Let's be real about it. Okay? You want to hear yourself blow hot air? Go ahead. But I'm not dumb. So I know where that kind of stuff is coming from. I don't appreciate it. I get that campaigns get emotional and people get all worked up. I get it. Been involved in enough of them myself. What I don't like with this is the character assassination. I don't like it. I don't think it's right. Stick to the issues. If the issues are bringing women back from Chicopee, or we need to relook at the budget, or we need to have fewer staff, that we're hiring too many people or employing too many people, those are issues. I might not agree with them, but those are issues. Coming out and saying that the sheriff overlooks people of color for promotions, which is calling him a racist, because that is the definition of racism, or saying that he overlooks women for promotions, that's being a sexist or a misogynist. I mean, that's the definition of it. I don't believe that. Why would we just be hearing this now? Here's a guy who, as a police officer and then the sheriff, has this great record, this great community standing. And all of a sudden, it just so happens that all of a sudden, when someone decides to challenge him, now he's a racist and a sexist. I don't find those to be legitimate issues. I find that to be dirty politics. And we live in an era where it's throw enough shit to the wall and see what sticks. Excuse my French. But I don't think that's right. Aren't we better than that? This is Massachusetts. Like in these races, everyone is a Democrat. Everyone. But I guess if you don't have Republicans to throw stuff at, you use the same tactics on fellow Democrats? And that's good for the party and good for the reputation? Really? I guess. I mean, if that's how somebody wants to roll. But I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. So, I'm not for endorsements either. Not big on endorsements at all, and everyone knows that. You know, you have a couple city councilors. I know Karen Kalinowski is endorsing, I believe, and Karen can correct me if I'm wrong, is endorsing Tim Shagru for DA and is endorsing Sheriff Bowler for re-election. Kevin Sherman, our Ward 3 councilor, is endorsing Alf Barbalunga for sheriff, and Jim Conant, our Ward 4 councilor, who I've never even heard speak. I've never even heard him speak at the city council. I guess the first things he's speaking up about is he thinks he needs to get rid of the sheriff. So I guess for his constituents in Ward 4, that is the most pressing issue right now, is getting a new sheriff. Because this is the only thing I've heard him talk about. Or at least publicly come out and make a stance on. So he's publicly endorsed on that. I don't know. Here's where I'm going with that. I don't like endorsements. I've made that very clear. But I'm not going to sit back on this one now. And now that some people are trying to use me as a pawn or a game or try to get mad or whatever, I've changed my mind on this one. I'm going to contact the sheriff today. And I think I'm going to come out and endorse Sheriff Bowler officially. And what I'm saying by that is I'm going to offer my services as a citizen and volunteer. And I'll do in-kind donations or however that works. And that's that. I'll hold signs. I'll get out there. I'll do whatever. Because I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with it. And just because you know some of these people are getting upset, don't come after me for it. Don't come after me for it. I didn't come up here and lie about anything. Those are the things that have been being said during this campaign. I have been fair and open. I've given interviews. I don't interrupt the candidates. I let them speak. I don't interject my opinion when I interview somebody. So I have been more than fair with this platform. I don't have to do that. I spend my own money doing this. This ain't the Berkshire Eagle. I don't receive federal grants and state grants to run a media outlet. I spend thousands of dollars of my own money. And again, there's a full disclaimer at the beginning of these videos. This is an opinion editorial, and those are my opinions. If you don't like them, don't listen to them. Get it? That's how social media works. Period. Block me. And again, if you don't know how to, I'll show you. And then you don't ever have to see me again. It's a really, really easy thing to do. So, that's that on that. That's where I'm at. That has bothered me. It has bothered me tremendously. I don't like character assassination, dirty politics. We're better than that. And somewhere, at some time, the community needs to stand up and somebody needs to make a stand that we start acting like civil, responsible adults. Stick to the issues, period. We don't need rumors of racism, misogyny, infidelity in marriages. Those are all rumors and baseless. There's no room for that in this. Why are we doing this? That's really how is getting elected to an office that important to some people? It's so important that you're willing to rip apart a human being and his family just to get that office, not for justice, not for doing the right thing, but to get a job? I mean, I'm not okay with that. You know, I dreamed my whole life since I was a little kid of being a rock star. But I wouldn't go try to run somebody over with my car or something to take their job as a drummer or a guitarist. I wouldn't spread lies and rumors about them to get them kicked out of a band so I could get that gig. I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. So I'll be contacting the sheriff or his campaign today. I'm not 100% positive that's how I'm going to handle this. And for all I know, they might not even want my endorsement. So there's that also. But that's where I'm at with that. The DA's race, I've got another interview that I filmed, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago with Tim Shagru that I've got to get out. I've got interviews scheduled today. I'll be thrilled when this September 6th primary is over. I'll be thrilled. I'm sure most of you will. Hopefully everyone gets involved and they vote. It's the day after Labor Day, everyone. So don't forget, it's an important day. It's an important day for the entire county. And remember, we're all on the same team. We're all on the same team and we all live here together. So let's keep it about the issues. Let's keep the childish, petty stuff out of it that really it isn't petty. It's very hurtful. And it hurts families and people that are important parts of our community. That's not okay. So that is it for now. I'll probably have another video out tomorrow to let everyone know where we're at, if not tomorrow, the day after. And please, everyone, be kind to each other, be good to each other, get involved in this election regardless of who you support. If you support Sheriff Bowler, Alf Barbalunga, if you support D.A. Harrington or Tim Shagru, get out and vote on September 6th and get involved. And I'll catch y'all in the next day or two.